Even on the resume, you're fine. Yeah, you only need 5. Yeah, you can carry out. It doesn't need a super.
Good evening, everyone. We'll call this Enterprise Planning Commission meeting to order for March 28, 2023 at this time. Once we get to your request, if you would, please come forward and give us your full name and your business or your home residence, and we would appreciate it at that time. And you're not required to stay through all the meeting, but you're sure welcome to do that. Please note that the personnel missing from the commission today is Mr. Lee Milner, Shannon Roberts, Mark Goodson, and Bobby Hancock. Commission, you received the minutes from our previous meeting of February 28, 2023. I'll take a motion on that if there is any correction or.
I'll make a motion.
Second. We have a motion by Mr. Daugherty and a second by Mr. Rogers. Is there any questions? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposes, passes. Thank you very much. We don't have any old business today, but we do have some new business on our agenda for today. And first, we have a request by Reeves Engineering and Construction, LLC, on behalf of U-Haul for site plan approval for an additional building located at 101 North Industrial Park Road. Is there anything from the staff at this time?
Yes, sir, Commission. So we looked at this. The current zoning of the building or the area is B3. Storage is a conditional use in that zoning, but it has been approved previously as it already is being used for a storage facility for itself. The building height and level variance have been approved for this construction by the Board of Adjustments. They came the previous Board of Adjustments meeting. It's going to be a 3-story building. We only allowed 2 stories. And it's going to be 36 feet, and we only allowed 35 feet in there. So basically a story and a foot is what we gave them a variance to do. But staff finds the site plan satisfactory and recommends approval. Okay. Does the commission have any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Daugherty at this time, or we can have him come back? Is there anyone with the company like to speak at this time?
Good afternoon. My name's Alec Reeves with Reeves Engineering. Here on behalf of America Real Estate. Just looking for the site plan approval on the new U-Haul facility going behind their existing facility there on North Industrial Park Road. I guess if there's any questions in regards to anything on the site plan, I'd be happy to answer. So.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay. Well, at this time, we'll open the floor for a public hearing. Is there anyone that would like to speak on this? If you come forward at this time, please. If not, we'll close the public comments at this time. Is there any comment from the commission at this time? Any addition from the staff? Well, if not, I'll accept the motion for a request by Reeves Engineering and Construction, LLC, on behalf of U-Haul for site plan approval of an additional building located at 101 North Industrial Park Road.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Woodham and a second by Mr. Daugherty to approve the request. Is there any questions? All in favor, raise your right hand, please. Opposes, passes. Thank you very much. Okay. Next on the agenda, we have a request by GG and LLC for rezone of 0.57 acres of land from R100 Residential District as shown on map A, present to R65 Residential District as shown on map B, proposed located at 105 Smith Drive. Anything on the staff?
Yes, Commission. So this property is requesting to be rezoned from R100 to R65. Basically what that means is it's just going to go down to a smaller lot requirement. Staff finds that the rezoning to be aligned with the future land use plan that we adopted through KPS through our comprehensive plan, and it also aligns with the comprehensive plan that we adopted. Staff finds the zoning around the proposed rezoning to be R100 and B1. That B1 is in the front of the property. If you drive behind the property, there's already existing residential houses back there as well. Staff recommends approving the proposed rezoning. Does the staff or does the commission have any questions?
Are all signs posted and all for this request?
Yes, sir, they were.
Okay.
These are all houses, right?
Yes.
With R65.
Yes.
Okay, because I had somebody question me about whether it's going to be apartments, townhouses, or what.
No, so these are so R65 is residential district.
That's
It's not.
kind of
It's not. It's not apartments or duplexes.
Yeah, duplexes.
Smaller homes.
Smaller homes.
Smaller-
Smaller
smaller homes.
lots.
Lots,
Not
I
really
mean,
smaller
smaller
lots.
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
To be correct.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Is there any other questions from the? Is there anyone from the request that would like to speak to the commission? If not, we'll open this for public comment at this time. You have 3 minutes to speak to the commission. If not, we'll close the public comment at this time, and I'll accept the request by CGG and K LLC for the rezone of 0.57 acres of land from R100 to R65 located at 105 Smith Drive.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Doughty and a second by Mr. Woody to approve the request. Are there any questions? All in favor, raise your right hand, please. Opposed at the same time. Passes. Thank you very much. Next on our agenda, we have a request by Board Engineer on behalf of 2F4B LLC for final plat approval of Hunter Hill subdivision phase 2 and 3. Any comment from the staff?
The only comment we have is that staff recommends approval of the final plat for Hunter's Hill Phase 2 and 3, contingent upon the remaining punch list items being completed as provided to the developer by the City of Enterprise. So the punch list is just a list of outstanding items that need to be completed before we will accept any of the roads, any of the maintenance, anything like that. Those have been given to Boyd Engineering. He has acknowledged those and has planned to get those fixed as soon as possible.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Is there anyone that with the request that would like to speak to the commission at this time?
Hi, my name is Caroline Moore. I work with Boyd Engineering. We're requesting final plat approval for Hunter's Hill. There's 37 townhome lots and 8 single-family lots. And those punch list items, I do have a list of when they will be completed, and which ones have been and are being sent. If you guys would like to hear that or not. Okay.
Yes, Ms. Moore, go ahead.
The waterline back T-test, that has been checked and samples were collected today and are being sent to the lab. We will have them sent to the city as soon as we get them. The waterline pressure test we have completed and we passed, and that will be sent with the back T results to the city. And the clean out sewer inverts will be completed by the end of the week this week. And the clean out of the storm inverts, the heavy rains today and the previous few days, we believe has completed that for us, and we will check this week.
All right, Ms. Moore. Okay. Is there any questions for Ms. Moore?
I got to say, when I was out there for the first phase stuff with the sidewalks, still going to do that for the same area, right? They're
Yes.
still out there because I was
Yes.
very impressed with the sidewalks and stuff for that area, especially if you've got the townhomes and the other accessory
Yeah, we're
family
planning
houses.
to continue the sidewalks
That's
in this
awesome.
phase.
And then I've got one question too. I meant Thomas for fire hydrants. I can't remember what the requirement is for the number of them for this particular type of area. Could you educate me on that? Because I've been trying to work fire department, marking those things and the pressure, and I'm just curious.
I'm trying to think exactly, because normally when I send the review through, I just send it to the fire chief and he'll
And then,
inform me.
okay,
Barry,
I didn't.
300 feet. I believe it's 300 feet.
That's what, okay.
And so that sounds right to me. 300 feet. And they're a specific type of fire or fire hydrant that allows for clean outs and things
Yeah,
like
those
that.
things,
But-
okay.
so-
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Hart.
you.
Are there any other questions for Ms. Moore? Ms. Moore, thank you, and thank
Thank
you for
you.
that additional information. We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, at this time, we'll open the floor for public comments. If there's anyone that would like to come before the commission, if you would, please, you have 3 minutes. If not, we'll close the public hearing at this time. And I will accept the motion for a request by board engineer on behalf of 2F4B LLC for final plat approval of Hunter Hill subdivision continues on the remaining punch list items being completed as provided to the developer by the City of Enterprise.
Motion. Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Rogers and a second by Mr. Daugherty to approve the request. Are there any questions? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same sign. Passes. Thank you very much. And finally, on the agenda, additional business, we have a request by Ms. Peggy Contreras for the use of a community center located at 303 North Ross Street. And I know Mr. Hardy and Mr. Contreras brought some information to us at our previous meeting. So is there any additional information that you would like to provide to the commission?
Yes, sir. So whenever we go through these processes, these requests, of course, we always look at our comprehensive plan. We look at zoning or anything like this. The piece of property is zoned B2. There was a house on it, but it is zoned business. The future land use map, which I just want to reiterate, is not concrete. It's not a zoning map, but it does call out for this area to be better used as a residential area. But if the staff recommends that if it is approved, that it be contingent on any future development being subject to any requirements the City of Enterprise may deem necessary to protect the surrounding residential area. This may include, but not limited to, buffer areas, fencing, landscaping, layout design corrections, similar to what we did for the rezoning in last month's meeting. That's going to go, it's going to butt up to a residential property. And then we would also recommend the staff approve that if the use is approved, that if any time the use causes an adverse effect to the surrounding area, that it can be revoked by the planning commission. Just basically saying that if this use does become, not going to say bothersome, but it does become a nuisance to the public, that it could potentially be revoked.
Mr. Hardy, have the city received any information for anyone around in the area, anyone on
We
this?
have not heard any negative feedback, no, sir.
Is there any questions, additional questions for Mr. Hardy?
Have we gotten any comments from fire and police at all?
We haven't, because this is just focusing more on, and I know I have a comment here about any future development, but this is more focusing on just the use being allowed.
Okay.
So this isn't like what they're going to build there, what they're going to do anything. I just want to go ahead and get in front of that with the commission, that if anything does happen there, we will be able to fully control the environment that it is and the environment that the city eventually creates right there, or allows right there.
Okay. Thank you again, Mr. Hardy. Is there anyone else? Well, at this time, we'll open the floor for public comments at this time. If not, we'll close for public comment, and I will accept a motion for a request by Ms. Peggy Contreras for the use of a community center located at 303 North Raw Street, with the contingency on any future development being subject to and any requirements the City of Enterprise may deem necessary to protect the surrounding residents area. And this may include, but are not limited to, buffer area, fencing, landscaping, and layout design correction, and the contingency at any time the use causes an adverse effect on the surrounding area, that the use can be revoked by the planning commission. And I'll accept the motion.
I'll make a motion.
I second.
We have a motion by Mr. Daugherty and a second by Mr. Woodham to approve the request. Is there any comment from this time? All in favor to approval, raise your right hand. 1, 2, 3. Opposed, the same sign, please. And we have three for, and 2 against. So please know we have 3 3 for and 2 against. And so we have a majority to agree for approval. Is there any question? Okay. Okay. Approved at this time. Is there any other business to come before the commission? Not, I'll accept the motion for an adjournment.
Motion.
Second it.
We have
To
a motion.
adjourn.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, the same sign. Adjourn. Thank you.